It's been 6 years since that game. 6 years since Yeovil Town beat Brentford 2-1 in the League One playoff final to go into the Championship for the first time in the club's history. I mean, what a day that was. It was such an unbelievable day. I'm sure you guys who went to the game, if you did, have amazing memories from that particular day. I mean, half Wembley was just covered in green and white. The atmosphere was unbelievable. I was there, obviously. I might have some pictures on screen right now of my of the pictures that I took on the day. But I wanted to, just to talk about the day that occurred, what happened, the feelings that I was, feeling, if you like, the emotions I was going through during the game, throughout the duration of the game. And just like, yeah, how fast time has changed, really. I know that the game, that anniversary of the game was yesterday. I know that I am a bit late to the party. I know that. But I did want to make a video about it. I just didn't have the time beforehand. But now I thought, well, it's only been a day. I'll make one anyway. But like, the game itself was just unbelievable from the get go. So as you can tell, as I've already said before, I'm from the northeast of England. So a trek to Yeovil is normally about 7 to 8 hours. Well, it was the last time I drove down, anyways. So obviously, I don't really go to much of the games, but whenever they do come to the northeast, or even like the northern region of the country, I do try and go if I possibly can. Again, time pending and everything like that. So I did go to the two games that season in 12-13. I went to the Cardiff game, the Carlisle game where we drew 3-3, where we were winning 3-0 and we threw it all away. We drew 3-3, and then we went to Doncaster, and I think we drew with Doncaster that day, or could we beat them? I'm not too sure actually. I think we drew that day again, away to Doncaster, and again that was a warmer day, but the game against Carlisle was just so cold, and I just remember just like sitting there shivering, proper badly. But like that season was just so good. We were very close to getting automatically promoted. It didn't go that way. We had to go through the playoffs. Played Sheffield United, lost the first leg, and then beat them at Hewish Park in the second leg. And I was at Scarborough at the time when we beat Sheffield United. What a feeling it was just to go, right, we're going back to Wembley. Bearing in mind that we had already been here before when we played Blackpool in 2006-2007, and we lost that day. I remember feeling just very dejected that day, and I was just like, right, I don't want that to happen again. I do want to see Yeovil Town in the Championship at least once in my lifetime. So we get the train from Newcastle to London King's Cross, I believe, and then we got the tube from there all the way to Wembley. We got there I think it was about an hour before kickoff, and the atmosphere then was just unbelievable. It was just so good. I think there was a game the previous day. I think what they do when they play the playoff games is that you have the League Two, League One, and the Championship game all within the space of 3 days. So the game yesterday, I can't remember what the League Two game that was, but there was a game on the previous day, so you could, there was still banners up, there was banners preparing for the next game, the next playoff game, the following day. Again, I'm not too sure who that was in the Championship, but either way, all you seen was just green and white. It was just so amazing to see. And so you go into the stadium for the first time. Bear in mind, this is my first time inside of Wembley. I've been outside it a couple of times, but never inside it. What an arena that place is absolutely phenomenal. Obviously, we didn't pack out the entire of the stadium, but from the support that we brought that day, I was very impressed. I was proud to be a Yeovil Town fan that day. So obviously the game gets underway, and Paddy Manning scores an unbelievable goal in the 6th minute of the game. I mean, jubilations all round. It was just, honestly, it was just an absolutely amazing goal. Crowd goes wild, and it was just so good. It was just a really good feeling to actually, to be able to see Yeovil Town ahead in the game. As like I said, fans going wild. I'm a wreck at this moment. I'm just going absolutely crazy. My dad was there, my stepbrother was there. We were all going berserk. A couple of family members were there as well. Again, it was just like, can it actually happen? We were looking at each other going, can it happen? And then just before the half-time whistle, I think it was about on the 42nd minute, I think it was, Dan Burn heads in a goal from James McAllister's corner. And again, 2-0, going into half-time, the crowd goes wild, and you're thinking, no, this isn't true. What the hell is going on? And yeah, just coming into halftime, the halftime whistle blows were 2-0. We're bouncing like absolutely crazy. Flags are everywhere. It was just so good. But at the same time, like, this is when the nerves start kicking in, because the first half's done. You know that you're in the lead, and you know that literally anything could happen in another 45 minutes. It could literally, we could throw it away 3-2. It could go to 2-2 extra time and they lose on penalties. You know, there's so much emotions going through your mind right now, and then on the other side of your brain, you're thinking, hang on a minute, we're winning at this moment in time. We're going to be playing in the Championship. Like, what? It's just crazy. So the teams come back out, and then Harley Dean, I think he was called, scored for Brentford. I think it was on the 56th minute, I think it was. And then that's when it sank for me. My heart truly sank. Even though we were still winning, Brentford came out all guns blazing, and you knew that they wanted this more than anything. For the first half, Yeovil were the much better side. Second half, Brentford overtook Yeovil, in my opinion. Yeovil just sat back because we knew the threat Brentford had. Brentford had a lot better players. I remember they had Clayton Donaldson up front, and again he was a striker who was banging them in that season. And he was a main threat, and I was thinking, right, he is going to get a goal. I know fine well he is. Brentford just came and just shot after shot after shot after shot. Marek Steck did absolutely brilliantly. He pulled off some amazing saves. Defending was absolutely solid. But Brentford, the more chances they had, the closer they got. And, you know, literally the fans were like bouncing around like absolutely crazy in the first half, and then in the second half it was just silent. It was just like literally fingers biting in everywhere. It was just so nerve-wracking. And then for me, what will forever be the longest 6 minutes of my life was obviously the six added minutes on at the end of the game. 90-minute goals. The ball goes up 6 minutes of at a time, and I've got my head in my hands going, no, this isn't happening. Like, 6 minutes, what the hell? So obviously the old fans are going berserk. It was just absolutely crazy. Wasn't good. And then it was just 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I was standing there for like 6-7 minutes, and I looked at the clock and it was only 2 minutes gone. I'm thinking, oh my god, this isn't right. 3 minutes, 4 minutes. But then once that 95th minute, you know, that mark came, that's when I started to believe. 96th minute came, 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then the referee blows his whistle. And Yeovil Town are in the Championship. What? I mean, I'm getting so like excitement from talking about this now. It's just, you know, Yeovil Town in the Championship. Oh, I would kill to have it. Well, not literally, but I would literally love to be back in that moment. And since then, whenever I watch the playoff finals in the League 2, League 1, even in the Championship, I'm like, I know exactly how you are feeling when your team wins. Even if it's in the full game, or even if it's in penalties, extra time, or whatever, it's such an amazing feeling, and I'll never ever forget that moment I felt when Yeovil Town was officially confirmed as promotion. Well, we were promoted up until the Championship. Trophy goes up. Obviously, the players go up the steps, get the trophy, lift it. Obviously, going berserk and everything, and they come out on the pitch, showing off the fans, Paddy Man and everyone, just showing off the trophy and everything, just going, Gary Johnson, you've done it again. And now we're sitting here today with the season approaching, about 2 months away now, and we are currently in the National League, and it's just one of those things where, like, how crazy it's been, you know, since Yeovil Town was in the Championship. I mean, the season was unbelievable. Yes, we finished bottom, but we beat Millwall. Was it 2-1 on the first day of the season? I remember looking at my dad that day going, we can't. Can't we? Really? Can we? You start to believe, you know, Premier League. Is it possible? No, of course it wasn't. Got relegated off Brighton. I think it was on the penultimate weekend of the season, which I think was a good achievement for Yeovil, who had no budget. And we had no budget going up, to be honest with you. And you know, coming straight back down, it was not good. And then just since the Championship, we just haven't had anything to smile about. A couple of good results, but nothing to smile about. You know, owners that don't want to sell the club, managers coming in and out, players coming and going. It's not a good time. It's not a good time for the club. But I do hope that one day we can get back into the Football League, back into the Championship, and hopefully reliving those glory days against Brentford, who excuse me, who I believe was, I think it was the third attempt, I think was trying to get up. I remember knowing that Brentford had tried to get up before. It was like Sheffield United. I think I think that was like their sixth season in League One at the time, and they just tried to get out of the league and they couldn't. And we were ahead of them in the league. So now look, we're in the National League and Sheffield United is in the Premier League. So it just proves how much how times have changed. But anyways, I'm going to stop there, guys. So thank you very much for listening as well. Obviously, if you were at that game, Brentford or Yeovil, share us your memories in the comment section below. I do want to hear as much opinions as I possibly can. If you're new around here, then please subscribe as well. I do have some very, very good videos coming up. One of which involves Adam Stansfield, but I'll get onto that a little bit later on. And then I'm going to do my predictions for the National League 2019-2020 season because the teams have been officially confirmed. Salford are going up, AFC Fylde are staying in the division. As you've seen, Wokin's coming up from the National League South. Chorley's coming up from the National League North. So all the teams are officially confirmed at the moment, apart from the Gateshead Future, which I'm not too sure what's going on with that. But if that isn't the case, then Aldershot Town will be coming back into the league, who've just been relegated. But let's see what happens with that first. But anyway, guys, if you do like the sound of that, then please stick around. If you're a Yeovil Town fan or not, as I said, share us your opinions in the comment section below. If you are new around here, then please subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.